Hi guys, hope you are all doing well and welcome back to another video on Myth of Empires. So I have been really enjoying the game a lot over the past 2 weeks, but the game has been running into some serious problems over the past week. It all kicked off earlier in the week on the 4th of December when the game was actually pulled from Steam with no real information given as to why, other than the fact that the devs were working on it and hoping to get it rectified really as soon as possible. Cut forwards 2 days to yesterday, the 6th of December, and a number of private servers were pulled offline. Companies like Nitrado, with emails being sent out that they basically had no choice in the matter and were essentially being forced to shut down these private servers, which is really confusing, and I guess this is really where the speculation began to start. It started to look as though some sort of lawsuit or copyright claim was in process against Myth of Empires. Well, jump forward today and it's now official. A company has submitted a DMCA strike against Myth of Empires, and they've essentially submitted this to Steam, which has resulted in Steam going, whoa, nothing to do with us, and basically removing the game from sale until this issue can be resolved. We can probably assume similar strikes have been submitted to the companies, privately hosting these servers, and they basically on that threat have just gone, yep, we don't want anything to do with this, we'll shut these servers down. And that's essentially why the game is no longer available to buy on Steam. Myth of Empires have since gone on to say that, we absolutely dispute all of this, we have full copyright to all the code, all the source material in our game, and it's, all a complete lie. So I guess that opens up the question of who has kind of submitted these copyright strikes? Well, the short answer to this is we don't really know. I've seen a lot of speculation on both Reddit, on the Discord, all over in comments, including a number of people who actually believed it was Conqueror's Blade who submitted this DMCA strike. I kind of found this hard to believe. They are pretty different games. I know they're both Chinese developed games and they're both sort of loosely medieval, but are completely different gameplay styles. Both really enjoyable, but quite different. So still, I decided it was worth reaching out to a few contacts that I know at Booming Tech, which is the company who developed Conqueror's Blade, and was able to confirm with them that it's absolutely nothing to do with them. They have no involvement, have not submitted any sort of copy strike against Myth of Empires. So really that puts us back into being a little bit under the unknown as to who actually has submitted this DMCA takedown. And I'm not going to make any more guesses here as to who it might be, because we really don't know. Hopefully it's all going to kind of come out in the wash, but at least now you might actually know why exactly you can't buy or find Myth of Empires on Steam anymore. So where does this leave us? Well, in a bit of a tight spot really. I'm hopeful that the Myth of Empires devs can provide sufficient evidence to Steam that they are not in any sort of copyright breach, and that the game should in fact be relisted, and hopefully quickly. If they can't do that though, or Steam effectively isn't interested and proceeds to stop the game from being sold, and potentially in the future being updated or even be playable at all, then Myth of Empires is going to be in a really difficult situation until the entire lawsuit is resolved. And that is not going to be happening in days or weeks, that's months, possibly even years, and in which case we're going to be in really big trouble, and the game is going to be having a really hard time progressing until after all this has been resolved. I think the real unfortunate part of this is the fact that the game was going really well, has sold to a large number of players, and was actually increasing its player population when this all kicked off. So hopefully this is something that's going to be able to get resolved shortly, because otherwise, as I say, I think the Myth of Empires devs are going to be in a problem if they can't get this game sold and can't get new players in. Either way, Myth of Empires have got my full support. Hopefully they can get this resolved as soon as possible, and I just wanted to do this video kind of as a little bit of an update as to what's going on, because there's a lot of stuff flying around the web and a lot of people who just don't even know half of this and are confused as to why they can't even find it on Steam. Anyway, we'll end the video there. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and of course subscribe to the channel for lots more Myth of Empires content. Thanks for watching guys, see you all on the next one.